Hello there, 2 Echo 0 Echo Oscar Lima. Yes, I have purchased one of these sub-ohm vaporizers. A lot of people are against smoking and the rest of it. This is not smoking. It's a very different mode of operation. It's very technical and it's a bit of fun. You do not have to use nicotine. It is you smoke it's a vape, all sorts of very strange flavors, and it's very much a lot of fun. And you can get things like this. This is the Aspire Mini Nautilus. The Aspire Mini Nautilus. This will give you a lot of vapor for a laugh. Put all sorts of stuff into it, and it's great fun. And that is what's called, it's over an ohm. It's 1.8 or 1.9 ohms by my measurement, by my battery's measurement. Now, if you want to go sub-ohm obviously means less than 1 ohm. And that means that you have a thicker coil, and therefore you're heating more e-juice or e-liquid at a time. So therefore you'll get more flavour, more of a hit from it, and certainly if you're into a nicotine, then it's going to give you more of a hit from that, and certainly you're not going to want to do that necessarily because it may be too much. Now your mileage may vary. Okay, so that's the Aspire premium kit. So that's one thing. This is what I've purchased recently. The Aspire Atlantis 2 with the E-Leaf iStick 30-watt mod. Okay, so you can see it's a lot thicker, and the coil itself is a lot thicker. Now let me just assemble that to show you what I'm talking about. If we take the top off that, okay. Take the top off that and put that down. Put the other thing down. Okay, so that's the e-liquid with the mouthpiece, etc. And it's Pyrex, good quality. You see that? That is the coil. We take that out. See, that's a lot thicker than your average coil, and that's the major consumable. You want to get a few of those in case you burn it out, and you will burn it out. It will last you a month or so. You can see it's got a nice waterproof, well, not waterproof, but it's a seal, or rubber seal around there. So if we take that, put that back on there, don't overfill it, or you'll be sucking the e-liquid without atomizing it, or without vaporizing it. That wouldn't be good. Okay, so we go for that. Now, I've set that to, if you can look at that carefully, we've got one wide, that's the wide, so that's the wide air hole, and that's the thin air hole. Now if you twist that around, you get two wide air holes. Now that is not my preferred setting at the moment. Let's twist that back around. Okay, and twist that on. Now this battery will not cope with anything under 0.5 ohms, 0.5 ohms, because I do have another coil which is 0.3 ohms, 0.3, and this battery will just say low atomizer, it won't work at all. So that's an interesting scenario. Fortunately, somebody told me, they said that battery will not do with that, because I could not work out what the fault was, and that's what it was. So if we do this, serious amount of vapor, and it tastes a lot better than your over-ohm coils. It produces a different kind of vapor. It's you have to take a lung hit. You have to take that because you can see by the size of the mouthpiece that you cannot slowly take a hit from this. This will overwhelm you. You cannot just fill your mouth with the vapor like we can with this one. You cannot just say, you can easily take a mouth hit with this because it's a much smaller diameter mouthpiece. This one you really have to take a lung hit, and therefore you have to get the settings right. Now, you can see from this when I fire it up briefly, not sure if you can see that, it's maybe the wrong way around, it's the right way around. We're talking about 20 odd watts. Oh no, 16 watts. That's what I've found to be about right, and I've locked it to that because it took me ages to figure out what should I put, and that's about right, the right temperature, because you don't want to be taking a big hit from this if you're not used to it, because and certainly you do not want to be putting nicotine in it if you're not used to that, because that is going to give you too much of a harsh hit. So that's my advice. I'm not an expert, but this is what I found, and this is what I got from the Bath Abbey. Not the actual Bath Abbey itself, but there's a place by the Bath Abbey which does so specialist tobacconists. They do cigars and things like that. But this is not a cigar. This is not going to affect your health. This is perfectly safe, absolutely fine. You can get nicotine-free e-liquids, and you can see it's got a large capacity. I think it's 3 mils, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it's I would certainly recommend this. Don't sue me though. Disclaimer. But it's certainly very, very good. And that's all I've got to say for today. So have fun, and there you go. And as an aside, that's what I'm on today, as the beer tool, as it were, Final Frontier. That's a good beer to go with it. Have fun, lads. 2E0EOL, off and clear.